graphs, but it's a J.
Graphs?
Graphs.
You hate graphs? I hated graphs. I did really bad at school.
With I like it not just anything, it's school. not graphs specifically. I did really bad at school. A lot of things happened. Graphs were one of them. I hate graphs.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate writing, I hate reading.
It's like the overarching just like
history.
structure of the academic industry, and there was just failure like within that whole category, and then one particular category was mathematics, and inside that was reading graphs. It just, no. They look like pictures to me.
That's what they are. They're pictures to resemble numbers.
Pictures. And then once I start reading the titles and the X and the Y, and you know
enough, you can describe it, but you just can't.
I can. But then when they ask me questions like,
it's like being able to read a language but not speak it, right?
Sure. Yes.
Right. So you can read the graph and you're like, yeah, I don't know what it means though. It makes absolutely no sense. All right.
Yeah.
Going in to our game.
I mean, it works with English. You could read alphabet and read words, but you don't know what the words mean.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You know, I think it's a pretty good parallel.
Yeah. It's different if you can read Chinese, and you probably know what it means because it's more complicated to be able to read the characters.
That's true.
Yeah. Life is intricate.
Dang, I was really hoping you'd go somewhere with that. Life is intricate. That's the beginning of something great. You had something.
Life is intricate, and that's why we find beauty in the simplicity of it all.
Whoa! Look at that! It's still kind of a bastardization, but I'll take it. It sounded really good. In the flesh, though. Getting a good silence on Kiz. Followed by a full volley of M1s. Trying to get the damage, but it's going to get healed up. Oh, Vareem's got to be careful. He's going to heal himself up. Taxi. Look at him. Standing there, putting out the damage he can. They're going to try and go for the orb. Taya's going to snag it with an M1 and M2.
Gets stunned up. Right now, Taxi is trying to buy himself space into the middle of the map, and he's actually doing very well. Hot Biscuit, or rather Canada, sorry, is going to have to use his mobility to get into the middle, and that's going to be a big opportunity for Taxi to punish. Gets 2 debuffs on him. Lands a snipe as well in the flesh from the back. And that's going to push Canada out of this fight.
Oh, Canada's actually space barring in. It's got to be a little risky. He gets pushed as well. He might have an E.
Oh, no!
Oh, Taxi just missed the ult, but he's going to do a nice spinning M2, little 360 no-scope, baby.
Got him. Kiwi? Dead. Kiz?
Oh, you couldn't do it in time. That would have been cool. Dead.
Also dead. There it is. The Lone Gunner. Hey, they're using... Did they always... Is Vresh's title the Eternal?
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
That's pretty sick. I should know these things.
It's much better than the Spear.
The Spear.
It's like, great, buddy.
He would just be like, what would he be? I guess he has like cool things on his arm.
Yeah, he's got like one element and another element or something.
What would those be called? There's a name for those that I can't think of. The wrist guards.
Hand of Judgment, the wrist guards, the bracers.
The bracers. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Gauntlets.
Gauntlets.
The gauntlets.
Now we're going to see if Taxi can stand his ground. He will get stunned, but
nice dispel.
Shielded Craig out of it and dispelled as well. Almost like it never happened. Kids have to be careful though. Tornado's down. Taxi sees it. Look at him. He's just posting up in the middle. He don't care.
There's no Chrono Flux available either, and so he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Going to silence up Kiwi. He's going ham. There's a shield, and Barrier's going to be coming up shortly as well. Immaterial to help tide that over. They're going to give away the first orb.
They gave away the first orb last time. It didn't seem to bother them at all. Kiwi now with the double debuff. He's got to be careful. He's going to spacebar directly into Taxi for some reason.
Kiwi's in trouble. God, Chrono Flux, save him! Oh my God, he's alive!
Somehow it saved him for a little bit of time, but not. Oh man, Old Door's body just had a freak out.
It was frightening, actually.
Another orb is going to go to We Hate Giraffes.
Oh, actually, nice snapshot.
With a good piggy pop, she could take one out.
She could, but I think they're looking to...
Oh, good panic. She has the tornado, but she has no more energy. That leaves her in the dirt.
Oh, man.
Oh, she would have hit him, too. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. They're going to go down 2 rounds to none. Remember, best of 3 maps. I like reminding people because I assume no one listens to me.
Yeah. Nobody ever listens to us.
Just like real life.
Yeah. I try to talk to people and make friends and stuff like that. But everybody just ignores me all the time. Just like right now.
Just like right now. What?
Great.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Kiwi, Canada, you actually don't know?
No, it's funny is I knew what you were talking about, and then I zoned out while I was like checking to read up on
it works!
on BattleRekt and what they were picking and stuff, and then I just lost you.
That just proves my theory.
He has to use his spacebar to get right out of there. In the flesh. The same Taxi, though. Look at him, just posting up.
Oh, God, so much damage coming up. Pasting Kiz.
Pasting Kiz. Oh, the counter comes out, but he actually doesn't get pocked. It's okay. He's just going to stand there. He doesn't even care about Orb. He's going to let them take Orb just so he can put more damage on Kiz. Look at him. I'm pretty sure he's mounted himself into the ground using, like, bolts and screws.
Gonna teleport out of that ground stun, gets him out of the way, and now it's about in the flesh, trying to put pressure on the opponents here. Taxi buys themselves immaterial. The Piggy is running back and forth, but how are they going to stop it? In the flesh, taking a ton of damage, and Kiz is going ham.
And the flesh doing a good job of now trying to mitigate damage while he gets a chance. He did take a good bit, but now he's trying to range himself.
Nice use of the immaterial to avoid the old door stun. Ashka going to use the ultimate, but still getting traded back in terms of damage. They spent a lot of bar there and didn't actually make a kill, and there they finally close it out. But, oh wow, Kiz is actually really close to getting wrecked himself.
Oh man, that was a great play by Canada. Using the first 2 volleys of Taxi to bait out the counter and then stunning underneath because they know he can't move out of it.
Oh God, huh?
Taxi, I don't know if you can survive that one. Oh, hold on, no, you can't survive that one.
Oh, pulls him into the fire. Get cooked. And Vareem is not long for this world. 1 round over for We Hate Jurafs. I like it. They made sure that they were getting center orb in a safe manner. 3-0. Firewall is very effective against this composition. They're very heavily ranged based. And so Canada's 25 energy will go a very long way. And they leverage that into getting center orbs and also trading out damage. I keep hiccuping. Oh my God.
So whenever you're going to use your EX ability, right, you want to think about like resource trading, right? Like if I'm going to use 25%, will I either get enough damage out of it or will it make them waste more, right? Or the same amount. So when you see Ashka put up his firewall, the amount of damage it absorbs, especially if you time it perfectly, you know, right before ultimate, or even a Jade Snipe, or Panic Flask from Lucy, you know, it ends up being more than worth it for the 25%. Even if it delays your ultimate a good bit. Now Taxi, he's going to mount himself to the ground, but he's got to be careful. The stun comes out, followed by 2 volleys of the M2 from Canada. Taxi's got to be really careful. The counter comes out, followed by a firewall, though. In the flesh, it's just going to come in, use the interruption, silence him, and force him out.
Taxi is really making a stake in this particular round, doing a ton of damage. There's a snipe, and that's going to put Kiz in a bad spot. Has to use a tornado. And what more do they have? Chrono Flux is down as well. The position is great for Taxi. Off the counter, gets the right click. Goodbye, Taya.
It's looking close. Canada again. He's loving that firewall. Oh, couple of bullets snuck by in the flesh. He saw his opportunity.
Gross. First map goes to Team RMS.
Team RMS taking it. Although we did see I Hate Jurafs. Jurafs. All 3 of them hate Jurafs. That's the worst part. Not just one of them, but every single one of them hates Jurafs.
Every individual on that team just harbors a hatred for the long-necked animal of yellow color with brown spots, consuming leaves off trees. Is that what they do?
Yeah.
How fast do giraffes run? Do they move really fast?
Faster than I can run. Faster than horses, we've been informed. Why does the guy know so much about giraffes?
He's a giraffe lover?
What an awkward thing to know.
He's hiding. He's out. No, he's out.
He's terrified. Little do we know, he's actually like a giraffe specialist.
Like a giraffe expert.
Anyways.
Faster than horses. That's pretty cool.
That is really fast.
Has anybody ridden on a giraffe yet?
No. Maybe, actually.
I mean,
said
probably.
Really quickly because
the likelihood is that they have.
So we saw for a small moment there, Chrono Flux being used to its full advantage. Old Door tried his best in the corner, and he actually stayed alive for a good while.
Yeah, it saved them. Everybody's ranged on this team, so there's nothing they can do. Look at Taxi just hitting himself.
Bounce.
Look at that. Oh, he countered off of it.
Oh, he countered himself.
Yep.
That's
the classic Varesh.
That's what done did it.
Yep.
Oh, and then his body did something really fantastic there.
Have you ever heard of the Gadon?
No, what's the Gadon? Please educate.
I'll show you after.
No, educate me now.
Well, the stream can look it up. The Gadon is an interesting video made off of the very popular Nintendo or console that had particular titles that introduced very family-friendly characters and entertainment. And the particular game that we're talking about is one that has a pistol that is coated in the particular color of gold and involves a spy, a secret agent that does things.
Okay.
And there was glitches in the game that caused some models in the game to act really strange, and there was a video made of it, there was a song made of it, and it got really popular, and it's a very old internet meme.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very old internet meme. I'll show you later.
Interesting colored eyes, I think, were in that as well.
What's that?
Interesting colored eyes were part of that game.
Really?
Nah, I was trying to refer that I knew what you were talking about.
Oh. Well.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I just winged. Maybe I just threw a dart and I just missed the whole board.
You just smacked somebody in the back of the head.
I threw a dart and hit somebody 10 feet away. I was like, whoops.
Oh, man. Great game, though. Loved it.
At the free throw line, and I managed to, like, hit a passenger. Oh.
A passenger?
What
kind of a basketball game is this?
I'm a mess today, guys. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on. I think my brain's not, it's not really having an easy time forming in on my sentences before they start to just blub out of my mouth. They're just kind of, I think, just
talk
falling.
Before you think.
Talk before, yes. I'm talking before I think right now, which isn't usually the process. Who am I kidding? That's generally my process, but it's still more refined. Today, not so much.
I don't think at all.
So they have a little bit of time getting into this next map.
Kiwi kids in Canada. How can they turn around and make this a win for them? I think, first of all, they did really well winning the one round that they did. Center orb, using firewall.
They did really well winning the round that they won.
Winning the round that they did.
No, it's just like thinking like, well, they must have done well because they won.
Indeed. It could have been a mistake on the side of Team RMS, which I think partly it is as well. But I think they were latched onto a strategy that would have been effective for them for the rest of the map. And I don't know how they could replicate that situation, and obviously the pressure coming from the members of Team RMS makes that situation very difficult for them to set up, but I do think that that is a slight glimmer of a hope that they have, that they need to be able to fight for in order to gain positioning on the map to consistently execute that and not take as much damage as they are. Because right now, Taxi is sitting in the middle. He says, okay, I'm getting hurt a little bit, but that's fine because I'm just shooting lasers at everybody and doing more damage than you're doing to me.
Now, question. This is more of like I guess a broad theoretical question. Everyone in chat can think about this as well. Is there ever a time you want to forcibly hit Varesh's counter?
That's interesting. I would assume yes.
Like there's some times where you let's say you put enough damage on Varesh, he doesn't have energy to use his R.
I would assume yes, just in the sense of if your backs are to the corner and you want to play defensively, if the right person hits Varesh's counter, then all of a sudden he could go the opposite direction of where the intended target is. Kind of similar to Shifu. That's actually something that happens with Shifu is you're on your target and you know you have a lot of pressure and then you pop your counter to try to keep your aggression up. If there's a rage character that's very far away that tags Shifu's counter, sure, it gives him the opportunity to then attack the new character, but maybe he has cooldowns to kind of disengage that situation and then actually peel Shifu off.
A lot of times you see someone like Ashgar Drade, right, pop a Shifu counter and then it's just spacebar out, right? So he's not going to be able to land the damage. But getting into our next map, we're going to see if Team RMS can move on to our finals and take Legendary, or take on Legendary, I should say. I don't want to foreshadow anything. I don't know what's going to go on that. Promise this isn't scripted.
We have no clue.
This is not scripted. My teleprompter is not scripted.
We are not robots.
In the flesh, staying mounted as long as possible. Kiwi actually using the spacebar to engage for a good bit of time. Actually just kind of standing his ground. Everyone just a little too far out of each other's range.
Disabling shot will whiff, and that's going to give an opening for Kiz in Canada to do something. Spends the EX material there. And it's kind of an awkward engagement. Nice Petrify from Kiwi, but he's now all alone. The snipe will actually miss, and there's a big quicksand land. Actually, immaterial won't happen, won't land on Taxi there, and they're putting out a lot of pressure. The trade really well in favor of We Hate Giraffes this game.
They really have, and the Flesh was trying to hunt down Kiwi, but Canada was always close behind, just putting out as much damage as possible. But two orbs have gone in favor of Team RMS.
Avoiding snipes has been key for them. They could have lost so much extra health, but very careful use of the firewall as well as good positioning is going to avoid a lot of the hurt. Oh, shoots into the counter. That was unfortunate. Damage onto Taxi, and now they're going to turn it around and take down Kiwi. Real tragic.
Man, but Vareem's going to go down the cross kill. It's now, they get that last orb.
Look at how much butter is on the side there. Counter's down.
One hit. Oh, but he jumped in. Now he's just going to sit there. He's got to be careful. The shield comes up. There's the firewall, but the conflagration's not up. It's too early in the round. Now we're going to try and get a good flick. No, he wanted to pinch out Taya.
Oh, no. Team RMS. Oh, my God. The X-Strike was nearly got the stun. If it had gotten the stun, actually, Kiz would be alive right now. Watch out. That goes through. Oh, God. This is so awkward. It probably should have been an EX space. So low on health.
Could have been a Purifier. Yeah, he's got a lot of, it takes 50%. There it is, there's the Purifier. He's gonna try, but will he go down? The firewall comes up, the immaterial, he can't heal up on it. No, man, Jade goes down. So close. Didn't want to commit too hard to that initial jump because he didn't want to get M1. They were both just a single M1 away from it, although Jada takes a few more because hers are weaker, so it's a little harder for her. Oh, that was
it's hard
really
to trade out, especially when you're around a corner, because uptime is reduced because you can dodge in and out behind that wall. And so for every single shot you land, you're doing much more damage than a single bullet that Jade lands. Tough scenario, and the firewall just locked in the flesh out.
Great use of firewall as well. The Purifier he actually wasn't able to capitalize anything on.
Yeah, he spent
energy.
the Purifier. The big problem was he spent the Purifier. He got the first fireball jumped over. He didn't want to risk getting hit by a disabling shot, I think, and that's why his firewall. So it was actually looking quite good because as a response in the flesh, you use the EX stealth. But I think based on the positioning, the smarter play for in the flesh there was probably just to hide behind the wall. And then EX stealth when there were no cooldowns available and then make the kill happen, rather than try to EX stealth and figured out that there was no time for him to press aggressively anyways because walking through the firewall would actually hurt him.
We hate Jurafs though, seeming to find the number of Team RMS for the last round. Can they keep that up? Taxi pinned to the corner, but he's still not taking a lot of damage, but the firewall is going to mitigate everything he's got, and his counter is going to get wasted as well. We see Canada just hounding down Taxi. He's going to have to use his R to get out, but instead, he actually engages on Canada instead as they get forward.
Double petrify, but a big land. Kiz and Canada are really low. And here comes Taxi with the fresh ultimate. Has great positioning onto Canada, and he might be able to close out the kill. He just needs a shatter in the flesh. Will close it out.
Oh, he uses his R to secure it as well. The R is much easier to land than a shatter.
Nice immaterial. They're just putting pressure onto Kiwi right now. Gets
crunch time. She will immaterial out of that.
Oh, so much damage.
Snipe him in the face anyways. There it is, Eureka. She's figured it out. She figured out he's dead.
I have a great idea.
I have a great idea. Stop living.
Oh, God.
That's why she's an expelled alchemist. What a horrible person.
A horrible person. Oh, oh my God.
Was that a snapshot?
No, that was a snipe.
That was a snipe?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Oh. Wow, I've never seen counter actually kill somebody. There it is.
1 round to 1 round. We hate Jurafs couldn't keep up the momentum from the first round.
Team RMS strikes.
Thought you were referring to something, but I don't think so.
Water's great.
You're not wrong. Most things that keep us alive are pretty great. And water's one of those things. Now we will see Taxi trying to mount up his position. Taya trying to shut him down, but she will get countered through. There's a stun.
Oh my goodness.
To shut down Taxi. But oh man, look at Taya. Oh, Taya. Watch, that was the fastest panic I've ever seen. She was hasted and panicked. She just ran away at full tilt.
Oh, they took a risk, and that will actually give the orb over to We Hate Jurafs. But I think they're too low to really make anything come of it. We'll see. Kiz is about to be chased down. Has to spend Tornado here. The right click just narrowly misses, and a lot of damage coming down on the Taxi.
Oh! Varesh gets completely shredded through the Chrono Flux, is able to protect his ally, Kiwi. Great placement on that.
The safe options against the counter that cancel out the channeling of it really hurts. I mean, they have two big options. One is a ground stun from Bashka, and the other is a Vortex from Kiz. And just put... Oh, man, missing that right click was a big nail in the coffin there for Taxi.
Uh-oh, Kiz have to be careful. Ulted, just to be safe. Fareem's going to get stunned, and the Flush got to be careful. He has a full ultimate. 1 down. They got in the cross kill, but now she's vulnerable. She has no more spacebar. She might go down.
Oh, it's the time! Oh!
Material! And the spacebar, but she's going to get fallen! She doesn't have disabling shot. It should be up right around now. There is an orb that's ready and willing. She's going to try to snipe it, but the Chrono Flux and the Firewall, though, that is a lot of cooldowns and a lot of energy wasted together.
They need to survive the clutch. Quicksand will whiff. Canada has 3 bars of butter there. Oh, that was so close. The Petrify is good. That's going to set up on
the Clarity Potion. She jumps out, but she's able to deal some more damage.
No, why?
He pushed him out of the E. Oh, the Time Bender. He's going to snipe him right back.
Kiwi! Kiwi is a god! Kiwi did two different matches and 2 clutch plays How much more clutch can you get on the Uldur?
It's actually looking not too bad for Vareem.
Yeah, he has a lot of health. Uldur needs to run, get stoned up.
He just wants to take one.
Yep,
he just wants to take one down, but they're going to have an ultimate from Canada. Vareem does want to save his role because he knows
he gets snared up. They're trying to deny him of the green candy.
And they did so. Oh, he used his roll. That's
the panic flash could hurt. Oh, he has to use a spacebar. There's no crippling goo. Vareem is done. Oh my god, it's 2-1.
Will they bring it to map 3? We hate Jurafs. What looked like a seemingly difficult task, they're making it look not as difficult. Still kind of difficult.
Why is Kiwi so good?
I don't know, man. This is not practicing as Uldur.
Why is Kiwi so good?
Those chronofluxes were phenomenal. That one, Taxi just sat there and died.
Yeah.
Like, literally his job for 20 seconds was to die as fast as possible.
And he was about to close out a kill on Kiz as well. He was so close with the right click and then got stunned up, got chronofluxed, had no more mobility and just had to sit there and take damage. His counter was immediately stopped from the safe, aggressive options on the side of We Hate Jurafs.
You see Kiwi's a threat. Kiwi now taking a lot of damage. Oh, we're going to see if In the Flesh can deal some to Taya. She has immaterial.
Tornado gets spent.
Good snipe. Cancel, though. Oh, that orb's going to get taken by We Hate Jurafs.
A lot of cooldowns have been spent, and I think In the Flesh might be in a very aggressive position right now, but he's going to back away and not take advantage. Tries to snipe, but everybody runs. Here comes the X-Strike.
Trying to mount up. And by mount up, I mean not move at all.
They've actually built themselves really good space, and right now We Hate Jurafs is actually taking middle orbs in very methodical fashion. They need to figure out how to do more damage, however. Oh, gets petrified.
Oh! That's the space part of that one. Just gets away.
In the Flesh might be in trouble.
Another great chronoflux. Canada does have his full. He
whiffs! Taxi is in trouble! There's a double stun, the Vortex, the wombo combo! Oh my god, everybody just got melted! There's just brains on the floor, bodies rolling.
Cauldron smack.
A disaster! A disaster! They won the map! Team RMS just got mulched!
Completely shredded. 3 rounds to 1! They only won a single round. They just flipped scores.
That was disgusting.
That was great. Kiwi really showing that he has a good grasp of Uldur's kit. Fantastic chronofluxes, fantastic heals, and fantastic damage. Indeed. You alright?
Uldur Ultimate is so good.
Is it draining you?
Uldur Ultimate for the stun. Everybody got vortexed up. Ty was just giving out boomerangs like on the Oprah Winfrey show. And then Canada came in and said, barbecue time. Everybody got lit on fire.
Boomerangs and barbecues.
We'll see that on the news in
Boomerangs and barbecues. Let's take a closer look at the 1v1 Ashka Jade. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Because this was friggin' terrifying.
Okay, so the big thing here is avoiding that fireball means that Canada's actually at risk of just getting killed instantly. So he has to put up the firewall, and I think this immaterial is actually ill-spent. Of Canada there. He could have actually walked back and forth with very awkward for Jade to kind of have that happen, and meanwhile Canada can just be constantly shooting and threatening Jade. It's just a risky situation to push into the firewall at that time, especially because the firewall will also apply ignite to you as well as you pass through it. So I think the smart option there would have been knowing that because you threatened to instantly kill off Canada at that point, and he to just take that opportunity to hide behind your own wall, and then after the firewall is down, you have your cooldown, you have the bar to pop EX immaterial. There's no way that Ashka can go toe-to-toe with you because he knows that you will just be invulnerable for 1.5 seconds or however long it is, 2 seconds, and just trade damage.
And it's definitely in the heat of the moment. Maybe he thought he could EX stealth and just walk through the firewall potentially. But then, as you said, Ashka can just kind of strafe opposite you as well. But all it would have taken was 2 bullets. 2 bullets, a couple missteps, and he had to react as quickly as possible. So in the heat of things, I think most players would have probably done that for the safety reasons, because you don't know what's about to come your way. You don't know if there's a fireball coming your way. You don't know what's about to happen. And stealth protects you from any range of abilities, right? As opposed to hiding behind a wall, you can still get stunned, right? But he would have had the safety of it. And also, walking behind the wall and hoping you don't get M1, because it would have been a little bit of time for him to actually get behind that wall.
We talk about these situations so many times when we watch replays and we say this, this, and this, and that. But of course, in the moment, It's so incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
It's so incredibly difficult. I mean, that happened in the matter of seconds, and there's all the pressure of, like, we're at incredibly low health. If we make a single mistake, the game could end. Spending that blast wall to dodge a fireball was already pretty nerve-wracking, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that timing is not the easiest.
And if he'd landed anything on that Purifier, and what I like about Purifier is essentially if it makes contact with anything, he heals up. So that's any object that has health. It could be the orb. It could be Pestilence's queen. All sorts of things.
Yeah. Could be
it's not a life steal. It's just like if it deals damage, you get healed.
Yep.
So at that point, there was no orb or queen, so he had no choice. The only way he's going to get healed up is if he smacked Jade. But one map to one map in the semifinals. Arthur.
What's up?
What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening, man?
Kiwi Kids in Canada took the second map, and I think Team RMS needs to identify some rough spots in their game. I think they were playing generally in the neutral game very, very well, but I think it's aggression and closing out kills that's giving them losing a lot of health to try to press in. Oh my god! Oh, the Chrono Flux as well. How are you supposed to counter that? They get the orb.
Firewall. Oh my.
Oh, jumps right into the face of Kids, but Kids might take a lot of cross damage for that. Chrono Flux is trying to protect, but Kids is going to spend Tornado anyways.
And the Flush definitely has to be careful. Canada trying to come for him. Oh, has to use the R to get out of that one, but that was a smart move. Now a lot of cooldowns are done for Canada. He only has his E left. He doesn't have his stun. He's going to take a lot here. They will take orb again.
Oh, a lot of damage from that crippling goo. Canada is in a lot of trouble. Here comes the Piggy, though. There's still the Chrono Flux, so Taxi is kind of in a bad spot. And now they have the ultimate here, and Canada might choose to spend it after the ground stun. There it is. He's got 2 big hits onto Taxi, and he's taking a lot of dot damage, but Fareem is the one under pressure. Has to spend the barrier on himself. Canada is low.
Lucy's down, but can they get a quick cross kill? Can they get a quick cross kill?
Oh my god, and he just mounts up and he's going to run Team RMS in a very, very awkward spot right now.
Accepting his fate in the flesh, stands there. Wow, Canada just getting out of that. A good stun as soon as he saw Petrify on Taxi.
Really good
got in
trades.
position, he space barred underneath him, put the stun up underneath, and then got ready to ult. So not only did he rip away, I think he used his space bar actually to take 10 off of his Petrify. So because it does 10 damage when you land, and then he put the stun underneath him and got ready to ultimate, so he just did as much burst damage as possible. And it also pinned him and Lucy into the corner.
One of the tough things there was before Varesh actually had resources or bar, he got caught by the ground stun and the quicksand as well, and got put, and a Chrono Flux got put in front of him. So that whole idea of Varesh being able to take position and trade out damage more than you do, I mean, it doesn't work when you start failing at you know, you get shut out of damage on your own. Nice dodge from Canada with the Bolton Fist.
Vareem took the stun damage, but in the flesh got out and was able to keep the pressure up to protect him. Taxi's got to be careful, though. He just got out of the E, and he does get a good counter on the other side of the firewall. Now, he's got to be careful as to what side he pushes on, and that orb is actually going to get taken by Team RMS. They
Kids
do
is in trouble.
finally
the snapshot.
get one.
He's in trouble. In the flesh will take him down. Good use of the EX. Right click there.
Canada does have an ultimate. I don't know if he's going to be able to burst down this much from Jade, especially with Fareem still alive for the heals. But he had to jump in. He got one Petrify. Oh no! Look at all this. He's doing some M1s. He wants to get the ult off, the materials up. He's trying enough cooldowns. Now it will come out. Oh, but she jumped out. It took a little bit too long for him to wait for that moment. She almost always kept something up, knowing it was in the meantime.
Second round will go to Team RMS, and that was off the back of In the Flesh really just doing a ton of damage to Kid, winning the first orb, denied resources from We Hate Jurafs, and also provided Team RMS with the ammo they needed to pressure out and isolate Kids, and have In the Flesh take the 1v1 and win it out.
It's really easy to look at Ashka and say, why didn't he ult? Why didn't he ult? But you have to remember what he's up against. He's up against a Jade on any given shot, because her reaction time could beat out his casting time. She can also just vault out of it. She can also go and the invis wouldn't help too much, but there's still a good chance you could maybe predict the wrong direction if she invises a little bit before. And she also has her immaterial. So you have to make sure that none of those happen, or she's probably going to outreact you because there's a pretty solid cast time on Ashka's ultimate. So that's why he was trying to save it for the perfect moment.
Right, third round here. Kids needs to maintain high health, lands an X strike on Vareem, uses a pushback, but doesn't actually get past the snipe.
She gets silenced. Kids down at about half health, but she gets a good hit on Vareem and 2 on him. Oh, this is actually good. Taxi did dodge another stun from Canada. Now he's on the other side of the wall. He's going to try and deal damage as he can. And the Flush is going to take a little bit of con flag hits.
I think Team RMS is playing much smarter on the positioning for Taxi.
Oh, what a fail.
And it's providing him much more safe uptime. Look at the damage that he's doing, and he's about to close out the kill. Here comes the old door stun. Is there any turnaround here? But Varee will close it out, taking down Kiwi. Crippling goo.
This time it seems, oh, Varesh 1, 2, 3 to finish off Kiz. And now he's gonna try and shatter on Canada. Canada's pretty limited. Boom, there's the silence. Canada goes down. They're now 1 round away after what must be the most stressful round we've seen so far for them, at least in the month of January.
Team RMS is playing really well in the sense that they've rearranged the positioning. Taxi is not playing quite as aggressively and is buying in his space much more honestly as opposed to before, where he was trying to get a little bit of a free walk up and earn a more aggressive position. But now he's staying in the back, slowly lowering the health down from Kiwi Kids, them less opportunities to initiate and get good value off of their cooldown trades. Taxi is just playing the long game, slowly whittling them down and forcing them out of position or forcing them to make bad decisions aggressively.
Taxi's going to get stunned up. The shields would come out, so he didn't take any more max health. He actually going to get healed up by his ally. We're going to see a snipe come out, but it does get canceled, trying to bait out abilities, and the Flesh does miss the disabling shot, but it pushes them all back into this bottleneck. Another stun on Taxi. He's got to be careful. Broom trying to heal up. Oh, the Chrono Flux. Actually, a little bit on the wrong side.
I think he tried to put it in between In the Flesh and the Orb rather than in between himself and In the Flesh, and he made the wrong read. Oh, has to blast fall. That might put In the Flesh in a really bad spot, but I think he has an immaterial ready. And Kiwi is actually isolated here. He needs to get away. Oh my god, to the face. And this is looking real bad for We Hate Giraffes. I think they might end up losing out this map and series. It's going to be a tough, long road for them to make a comeback happen, and I don't think it's possible. Too much health loss. Yeah. Tornado spent. Molten Fist is gone.
It literally says 0% health pool for them.
Oh.
Even though she was still alive. What a fantastic effort from We Hate Giraffes, though. In the entire second map, they really turned it around. They figured out what it took to try and take out Team RMS. But then in map number 3, Team RMS did the same in response. They figured out what was going wrong. Why were we going down so soon? Where were we taking the damage? They repositioned themselves to act a little more grounded by his allies, so he had the protection. He wasn't countering in as much and didn't have the confidence to stay alive as long because he was getting punished with guns. Aldor, E's and M1s, just all sorts of damage. You get punished immediately, and Chrono Fluxes as well. Yeah. So it shut him down really hard when he went in, so he stayed back, stayed in the safety of his barriers and his heals from Lucy. Team RMS, in a valiant victory, move on to our finals to take on Legendary, and We Hate Giraffes. Fantastic run. I actually love seeing you guys this far. You did really well.